today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to... Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return.
Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
Wilson's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Metcalf. A 7-yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett.
Wilson.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
It's a
Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in.
Complete.
A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
The 40-yard line.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
13 yards. First down, Seahawks.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And this is incomplete. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Complete to number 16.
Tyler Lockett. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
Jason Myers
looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. First time we get to see the 49ers offense behind their quarterback. Now in his 7th season as a pro from Eastern Illinois, it's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down by Bobby Wagner.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 78 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. A try for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
They'll take over.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, currently sitting in the number 2 spot. But remember, that no longer means a bye into the divisional round.
No, partner, you're right. They made that change for the 2020 season. So being in the number 1 spot is the ultimate deal. It used to be the top 2. Get those opening weekend byes. Now it's just number 1. But still, a lot at stake, as you mentioned. They could end up with 2, possibly 3 home games if things shake out correctly and they continue to win in the playoffs.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Carson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
With the handoff to Chris Carson. Nick Bosa on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11.
On 2nd and 7. Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Wilson's pass.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
A gain of 4. And this is 3rd down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st.
49ers nothing.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
26, Tevin Coleman.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
By K.J. Wright. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
Working
6.
from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 39, Garoppolo. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Garoppolo looks to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Gold now out to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And this is
on 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line.
Seahawks.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
at the 49ers' 20-yard line.
Well, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Escaping the... And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Richie James on the return.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
Draw play, Garoppolo gives to Mostert.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and...
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
The ball carrier. He was taken down by K.J. Wright. It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd and 7. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. On second down, Mostert. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season, but you read the local paper this morning. There was no talk of that mark. They interviewed him, and he wasn't talking about 1,000 yards. The old cliche focused on this game. If he has a big one, might be able to get the win and 1,000 yards.
Seems like he just wants to let it come to him, right, as opposed to trying to force it. And that's probably the right idea and the right attitude. So game situation, play calling will dictate things. Now, how does he get there once he tries to get hot? Formations, route running, trying to get mismatches for him, different types of routes he will run downfield, short, medium, long. All those things will come into play as he tries to get to that magical number.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
It's a gain of 6.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
42-yard line.
Throwing again here, Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete.
Wilson's pass.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Seattle.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, and his pass incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Team.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now James returning. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him that Julio did against the Panthers in 2016, probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. It's 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way. He solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way in this ballgame. Let's see.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Jaron Reed, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Coleman has it here right side.
Complete to Tevin Coleman. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
7-yard line.
Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On 1st down, Carson, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll begin out in the Windy City.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Michael Dixon.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
here.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Raheem Mostert there, and it's 3rd and short.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Garoppolo still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 43.
He gives it off to Carson. Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year.
A 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Thrown away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Wilson's pass.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
To throw again is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17.
49ers 10.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on. But part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get at the quarterback that you may not have seen on film, all that is different. You can practice it as much as you want to. You can even insert smaller, faster guys at positions to show that the speed's going to be quicker. But until the whistle blows and you play for real, it's just not the same.
And not as easy to implement on game day. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo able to power through. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
The ball carrier. He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. 4 yards on the pickup.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Pettis. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will close the gap down to 14.
Seahawks 27, 49ers 13.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Gain of 19 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
13 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing is Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Complete to
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the Niners' 32-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter. He's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. Here's Carson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Carrier.
That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
brought down.
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
On the play. Leads to second.
He'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Carson on the carry.
Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run.
Michael
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's James. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
on the returns. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
brings up third down and
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass complete to his receiver, Pettis. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
4-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
First down, Garoppolo. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Garoppolo again. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
18-yard line.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it with Carson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Eric Armstead brought him down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This is Carson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Wilson with the hand.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
48-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd and 4. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
The throw over the middle taken in, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Wilson's pass.
Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now James returning. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Richie James on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. That one a first down pickup of 8.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
54 is mine. 54 is mine. Check, check. Watch.
Now Garoppolo. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Benson Mayowa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 19. And the throw there going to be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Now this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Eric Armstead brought it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Chris Carson, the Seahawk ball carrier.
Well, 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here we go. Touchdown, defense. Max 50, Max 50, Max 50. Here we go. Get up.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final try now for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place but could stand to get deep.